Yes, it's happened again. I'm exercising and something has come across my mind and to share with you guys. I'm actually going to stop this treadmill so I can share it properly. It's actually two things. Two things I used to say to my fighters before they would go out there to try and motivate them. I'd also say this to myself. First thing is, the minutes are going to go by regardless. And what I mean by that is, you cannot stop time, you cannot rewind it. So unless you're going to take your gloves off and run away, which, hey, I felt like doing. And any fighter out there who says they might not have come across their minds, probably lying to you. I know personally, people have been in the change room and not wanted to go out. It is a scary sport, regardless of whether it's boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, it doesn't matter. The consequences are the same, and sometimes that comes into your head. And I've wondered, what the hell am I doing? I don't want to go out there, but I've gone out. Now, using the minutes, you need to go out there and you need to understand that you need to do your best. Regardless, use the minutes. They are going to happen. Before you know it, we're back in the change room and we're either back here with regret or back here knowing we did our absolute best. So use the minutes because they're going to happen regardless. That brings me to the second point, which is you can lose or be beaten. I believe these are two different things. First thing is losing. Losing is because you disrespected your opponent, the sport, and your trainer. You didn't train hard enough. You were not disciplined enough. You didn't have the answers for what your opponent threw at you because you didn't listen to your trainer. You didn't drill, and understand that you need to repeat and you need to have respect for what you're about to do. The consequences of combat are very different to tennis. It is not a tennis ball going by you. It is punches, kicks, chokes, arm bars, whatever you want to call it. You need to understand the consequences are huge. So respect them and train properly. And that means you either lose because you disrespect the sport or you're beaten by a better opponent. Getting beaten is okay. That means you trained as hard as you could. You did everything your coach asked. You turned up on time. You slept right. You ate right. You did everything, but your opponent was just better. And after that, when you come back to the change room, I promise you, you will deal with it because you will learn from that. But losing is something you will never get over because you can't take that time back. You can't train harder because it's done, it's gone. And you'll never get over that fight. You didn't have the answers because you disrespected everything I spoke about. So you need to make a choice. You lose or you be beaten. And when you go out there, you use the minutes. Believe me, it is going to happen before you know it. For those first-time fighters out there, you think it's going to take forever. Before you know it, you are back in the change room. You don't even remember the fight. And you're like, what was I worried about? I didn't win, but I'm okay. Use the minutes, guys. They go very, very fast. Use it. I need you to take this serious. Hopefully this is something you can take and you can remember and share it. Remember, use the minutes, lose or be beaten. The choices are yours.